Would it be possible to see you or to kiss you or to give you a toy?
To present the next award, she is the star of television's Life Goes On. We remember Evita and Anything Goes. He's the president of Actors Equity and is currently on stage in Los Angeles in And. I mean, And is the name of his show. And maybe the sequel will be Or. He's got conjunctionitis. Well, anyway. Two Tony winners, Patti LuPone and Ron Silver.
Conjunctionitis.
Hi, Ron.
Hi, Patty.
Ron, is there anything you want to get off your chest this year?
Actually, it's on my chest. I have been asked to explain these red ribbons. The theater community, through Broadway Cares and Equity Fights AIDS, leads the entertainment industry's response to AIDS. This now familiar symbol first appeared on network television on last year's Tony Awards. AIDS affects us all, men and women, young and old, throughout the country.
Well said, Ron. The nominees for Best Book of a Musical are Ken Ludwig, Crazy for You. William Finn, James Lapine, Falsettos. Clark Peters, Five Guys Named Mo. George C. Wolfe, Jelly's Last Jam.
And the American Theater Wing's Tony Award goes to William Finn, James Lapine, Falsettos.
It's a good thing I'm not a betting man. Well, it took us 11 years to get this right, and I want to go all the way back and thank everyone at Playwrights Horizons, where we began with March the Falsettos. I want to thank the Hartford Stage and Graziella Daniele. We wouldn't be standing here if you hadn't put the two together. Thank you. And most of all, I want to thank Barry and Fran Weisler, who really went on a limb with this show. And they stuck with us all the way, even when there were a lot of people who doubted that we were going to make it. And I really want to thank Mrs. Finn for giving us William. As a man with great heart and great soul. And finally, a wonderful cast, starting with Chip Zien and Michael Rupert and Steve Bogardus, who were there these past 11 years. And all my Trinas, all the Jasons, and all the lesbians from next door. Thank you.
You know, Lapine is so brilliant. No. He does the stories, and he's the one who can tell a story intelligently. I can just write music. I'm the one who... He's the one who makes a story. James, Thank you.
The nominees for Best Original Score written for the theater are William Finn, music and lyrics, falsettos. Jelly Roll Morton, Luther Henderson music, Susan Birkenhead lyrics, Jelly's Last Jam. Sure. Janusz Stoglosa music, Agata and Marina Miklaszewska, Mary Bracken Phillips lyrics, Metro. Charles Strauss music, Richard Maltby Jr. lyrics, Nick and Nora.
And the Tony Award goes to Bill Finn, music and lyrics, falsetto!
Does this mean I have to make another speech? No. Don't do this. You're making my mother cry in Boston. Wow. Barry and Fran Weisler were the only producers stupid enough to do this show, and the only ones smart enough to make it work. And I just thank you so much. Lapine is Lapine, and sui generis. Michael Starobin, finally, after 12 years, I can say publicly, you're divine. You're divine. Andre Bishop and Ira Weitzman nurtured the show at Playwrights Horizons. Thank you. Wait, there's more. Wait, I'm sorry. 30 seconds. Arthur Salvador, what more can I say? Graziella Danielle, yes, thank you for doing it. And I have a wonderful family, wonderful friends. I love everyone in this audience, and I'm a miserable person, so thank you.
And now, for the American Theater Wing, the founder of the Tony Awards, its president, Isabel Stevenson.
Good evening. The American Theater Wing's Tony Awards are named for Antoinette Perry, a woman for all seasons, playwright, director, producer, and actress. They were created to honor excellence in the theater, but the Tonys are only one part of the wing. For example, our Saturday Theater for Children and Introduction to Broadway programs have enabled tens of thousands of elementary and high school students to know the magic and the enrichment of theater. For those who can't come to the theater, we bring it to them in hospitals, nursing homes, and AIDS centers. Our televised Working the Theater seminars bring together top performers, producers, playwrights, directors, and designers, and cassettes are distributed to college classrooms nationwide. The American Theater Wing has worked non-stop for over 5 decades to service the community, to celebrate the theater and salute a woman whose ideals continue as a force in the theater today. As president of the American Theater Wing, I congratulate the distinguished nominees as we continue to celebrate the 1992 Antoinette Perry Awards.
Our last nominated musical, Five Guys Named Mo, is a celebration of the greatest hits of jazz great Louis Jordan. It's a jumpin', jivin' show where the audience has just as good a time as the cast on stage. Here are, count 'em, 5 Guys Named Mo.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I like that groove, Reggie. Now, I know you all know this song, because this was one of our greatest hits. But I'm going to need you to help me out. Would you help me sing the song? Would you really help me sing the song? All right. Now, when I say Caledonia, I want you to say what? I'll say it again. When I say Caledonia, I want you to say what? Let's try it out. Here we go. Caledonia. Caledonia. Come on, baby. This is the Tony Awards. Let's have a time. Here we go. Caledonia. Caledonia. All right. Now, when I sing, what makes your big head so hard, I want you to throw your arms up in the air. Don't worry about the perspiration. I'm the only one that can see that. And I want you to yell back, Ma. Okay, let's try. What makes your big head so hard? Ma. I didn't hear you up there. Just for you. Here we go. What makes your big head so hard? Ma. Knock the mic over. Here we go, Reggie, baby. Woo. Walking with my baby. She's got great big feet. She's tall, lanky, ain't had nothing to eat, but she's my baby, and I love her just the same. Hey, see, I'm crazy about the woman. Caledonia is her name. Let's try it out, y'all. Caledonia, Caledonia. What makes your big head so hard? I love my baby. Yes, I love her just the same. You see, I'm crazy about the woman, Caledonia is her name. Woo! Oh, big one. Let me tell you a story. My mama calls me on the phone and says, son, you know that gal you call Caledonia? Well, all she gonna do is break your heart and take your money. But you see, my mama didn't know what Caledonia was putting down. So I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm going to a house, and this is what I'm gonna say. Caledonia. Caledonia. What makes your big head so hard? Love my baby, yes I do. I'm crazy about that woman. Caledonia is her name. Let's try it again, y'all. Caledonia. Caledonia. What makes your big head so hard? Love my baby. Yes, I love her just the same. You see, I'm crazy about that woman. Caledonia is her name. All right, this is the last time. Caledonia! Caledonia! What makes your big head so hard? Yes, I love my baby. I'm crazy about that woman. Caledonia is her name. Let's take it home, baby. I'm crazy about the woman. Caledonia is her name.
This year's Tony nominee in Herb Gardner's Conversations with My Father, Judd Hirsch.
I was told that I was uniquely qualified to present this next award for the best direction of a musical. But unless you're willing to hear me sing or watch me dance right now, please just take my word for it. The nominees for the best direction of a musical are James Lapine, falsettos. Mike Okrent, Crazy for You. George C. Wolfe, Jelly's Last Jam. And Jerry Zaks, Guys and Dolls. Luck be a Tony tonight. And the Tony Award goes to Jerry Zaks, Guys and Dolls.
Thank you very much. I'm so honored. I want to thank our producers for their steadfastness. Michael David, the Dodgers, Roger Belind, all our producers. I won't name them all. I want to thank Rocco Landisman, Paul Livin, Jack Vertel, and everyone at the Drew Jamson Theater Organization for their support and their patience. I want to thank my wife, Jill, for her support and patience, and also some very good notes. Thank you, Jill. My collaborators, my precious collaborators, Tony Walton, Paul Gallo, William Ivy Long, Christopher Chadman, Eddie Strauss, Steve Beckler, Laurie Steinberg, Tony Miola, everyone at Johnson Lift Zerman, everyone at the Martin Beck Theater, the backstage crew, the front of the house people who make the show happen every night. A dream cast led by Peter Gallagher, Nathan Lane, Josie de Guzman, and Faith Prince. And finally, Frank Lesser and Abe Burrows for their brilliant material and genius, to Joe Sullivan Lesser for guarding it vigilantly, and to Cy Feuer and Ernie Martin for thinking that a show based on the world of Damon Runyon would be a good idea. You were right. Thank you very much, everyone.
You've seen our next presenter on screen, and you can see him right now on stage playing opposite Jessica Lange in Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire. My neighbor from across the street at the Barrymore Theater, Alec Baldwin.
Thank you, and thank you, Glenn. The annual Regional Theater Award is given on the recommendation of the American Theater Critics Association. Together with this special Tony, a $25,000 grant from American Express Travelers Checks, and this distinguished award goes to Chicago's Goodman Theater. They have given first voice to important new plays by such authors as David Mamet, August Wilson, David Rabe, and Scott McPherson. Through educational and outreach programs, collaboration with other theater companies, and a non-traditional casting policy, the Goodman has become a theater that reflects the rich diversity of our nation's second city. Here to accept the 1992 Regional Theater Award, the artistic director of the Goodman Theater, Robert Falls, and producing director, Rock Schulfer.
Thank you very much. On behalf of everyone at the Goodman Theater, I'd like to thank those at the Tony Awards, the American Theater Critics Association, and the American Express Travelers Check Group for this award. We are deeply, deeply honored. I'd also like to thank the many artists, the staff, the trustees, the audiences, and the contributors who made this award possible, especially my partner, Rock Schulfer, my associate directors, Frank Galati and Michael Maggio, and our chairman, Irv Markin. And finally, we urge everyone out there who loves the theater to fully support the National Endowment of the Arts. Thank you very much.
I'm Carol Channing. Thank you. Diamonds may be a girl's best friend, but to Frank Lesser is really Broadway's best friend, always has been, the great composer and lyricist. This season, there are 2 Frank Lesser shows on Broadway, both classics. Right from his very first show, Where's Charlie, on to, I want to get this right for you now, on to Through Guys and Dolls, and his Pulitzer Prize winning How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, all presented by the producing team of Cy Feuer and Ernie Martin. His remarkable career was crowned by The Most Happy Fella, the show with songs like Big D and Standing on the Corner. Here now, Spiro Mallis, Sophie Hayden, Liz Larson, Claudia Catania, Buddy Crutchfield, and the most happy fella.
Hey,
Yes?
you mad at me, huh? I'ma send you wrong fella's pitch, but if I'ma send you my pitch, you don't come here, no? I'm sorry about the pitch.
Picture.
Oh, picture. We friends now, huh? We start all over. I meet you for the first time, and I'ma say, hello?
Well, when you meet somebody for the first time, there are special things you're supposed to say, which you may not mean, but they sound polite as can be. Would you like to learn them?
See my chair?
Well, then repeat after me. Happy to make your acquaintance.
Happy to make you acquaintance.
Thank you so much, I feel fine.
Thank you so much, I'm feel fine.
Happy to make your acquaintance.
Acquaintance.
And let me say the pleasure.
The pleasure
is
the pleasure's mine.
How do you do? Pleased to know
How
you.
do you do? Pleased to know
I
you.
know my English is poor.
My English is a goddamn poor. Happy to make you acquaintance.
Now won't you please say likewise?
Hey, look your eyes
No,
now.
likewise.
Hey, likewise
No,
now.
likewise.
Likewise, I'm sure.
Well, at least that's a step.
Keep you company, so do like you say, introduce.
I'm sorry. Cleo, this is Tony. How are you?
How I am? Happy to make you acquaintance.
Are you feeling better after the accident?
Thank you so much, I'ma feel fine.
Well, it sure is nice to meet you.
Happy to make you acquaintance.
Well, it's a pleasure.
And let me say the pleasure, she's a mine.
He's cute.
How do you do, pleased to know you.
And so polite, too.
And all my English is a pool.
Your English suits me fine.
Happy to make you acquaintance.
Now won't you please say likewise?
Hey, look your eyes now.
No, likewise.
Hey, likewise.
No, likewise.
Oh, likewise, I'm sure. Oh, it's Marie, my sister Marie.
Oh, well, I'm happy to make your acquaintance.
Oh, she catch on quick, eh?
I'll take you into the house.
Well, thanks. I will go get cleaned up, and I will see you later. You know something? You're a nice, kind man.
How do you do, pleased to know you. And all my English is poor. Happy to make you acquaintance.
Now won't you please say likewise?
Likewise,
No,
no.
likewise.
Hey, likewise.
No, likewise.
Oh, likewise, I'm sure.
He's a two-time Oscar nominee and a Tony Award winner for Neil Simon's The Prisoner of Second Avenue. She starred in both the stage and film versions of Extremities, Vincent Gardenia and Farrah Fawcett.
I'm a great admirer of yours, Vincent. I loved Moonstruck. I loved your Prisoner of Second Avenue.
And I loved your Extremities. The nominees for Best Featured Actress in a Play are Breege Brennan, Dancing at Lasagna.
Lunasa.
What?
Lunasa. Lunasa. Lunasa.
Rosaline Linehan, Dancing at
Lunasa.
Lunasa. Cynthia Martels, finally an Italian. Two Trains Running. Louvra Malloy, Dancing at Lunasa. I know that. And the Tony goes to Breed Brennahan, Dancing at Lunasa.
Breege could not be here with us tonight. I'm happy to accept her award on her behalf.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll hold this for her.
Yes, okay. You have one, don't you?
Yes.
That's all right. The nominees for Best Featured Actor in a Play are Roscoe Lee Brown, Two Trains Running. Larry Fishburne, Two Trains Running. Jelko Ivanek, Two Shakespearean Actors. Tony Shalhoub, Conversations with My Father. And the Tony Award goes to Larry Fishburne, Two Trains Running.
Oh, yeah. He gonna give me my ham. He gonna give me my ham. I want my ham. I'd like to thank the divine spirit who dwells in all of us for allowing me to be a part of this party here tonight, and my ancestors, the mothers of my mothers, the fathers of my fathers, who speak so eloquently and seem to come to life and breathe through the works of the poet warrior, my elder brother, August Wilson. My other elder and teacher and father, Lloyd Richards, I thank you. Last but not least, my elder brother, teacher, father, one who I am very proud to call friend, Roscoe Lee Brown. I love you. You all that and a box of chocolate, Roscoe. The producers, Ben Mordecai, and the folks at Yale, the theaters throughout the country that let the train stop. Cynthia, thank you for dancing with me every night. I love you. The rest of the company and all of you for having me here. My manager, Helen Suglin, for this journey that's taken us 5 years. My agents at STE, Langston and Monty. High sign, Langston. Good night.
The star of Grand Canyon, and on Broadway, Master Harold and the Boys, Danny Glover.